of Kicking It with the Brothers. This episode 4 of the new campaign. It's with your boy Charles. Good evening, sir. Love it. The new Messi right there.
Yeah, man. The 3 star. You know,
The 3 star. Okay.
3 star.
Let everybody know about the stars because not everybody
Which
get to
ones?
have stars. Like U.S.
Uh,
folks, we don't know about no
oh my
stars,
bad.
dog. We don't know nothing
The
about
U.S.
that.
doesn't rep their 1950 or whatever it is World Cup star. They don't get a star for that.
I just listen. Modern day times.
No,
You know what I'm
for the
saying?
modern World Cups, you get your stars. Yeah, 1 star. You get 1 star for it. You get it when you win the World Cup. You get a star over your crest. It's the
You
New
talk
Jersey.
about where you talk about where my daughters couldn't go to the same school as where they go now.
Uh,
Days we don't know nothing about
valid,
that
valid,
brown.
valid
You
for us.
know what I mean? So yeah, man. We're here. Excited. It's the Champions League. We had a lot of happenings going post international break. Just to make sure we're gonna get to it clearly. Since we're here with Charles, there's no better place to start. And at this point, we're not going to talk about all the games thus far, but what we are going to talk about is just the overall what's most important to us. Once again, there is no better, in my opinion, better cooler in this part of the United States of America than my boy Charles. He lives this club um, through and through, and more importantly, it's good that they are now. You can see they are getting to a level. So we're always going to start with that. Don't worry. You see this, like Gabrielle pointed to it. He told you about this. Lots of folks were outside talking about Van de Ven, talking about Cootie, and he's got 1 star to his name, but Argentina Romero ain't Tottenham Romero. We'll get into that once again overall. And then most importantly, the Champions League is back. There is nothing better than midweek football at the highest of levels. We'll talk through the new format. And yeah, man, right now, I mean, I put the question out there. Barca looking elite. There's, I know it's early in the season, but we just know when you were seeing things, um, actually when the points are counting up. Forget where they are in La Liga, even though they're first. It's a deeper feel, in my opinion, man. I just want to super pause, but you already got your get back this week, man. Girona's already down, so you got your get back on them. Talk to us about what you're seeing with Barcelona, man.
I mean, just attacking. We're good and healthy enough. I think that like this is just the evolution of what Xavi, built the foundation, and then Flick is just taking it further. Um, they're playing with a different level of intensity that like just we're smothering people right now. I would say we're the second best team in the world. Um, I think you could have rolled out any team besides City on Sunday that got smoked. Um, so
Oh,
feeling pretty
heard it.
good. Um,
I hear it.
Almo went down, but like I think like let's be real, like I really think like man for man, probably got the deepest squad in the world. Um, if you really think about like our
Deepest?
yeah, City, like once you get past City
Talk me through
starters,
it. Talk me through it.
okay, so past City's 11. Who's their fifth bench player?
Bro, I don't even know who their 11 is right now
Okay, well, I'm just saying
everything that's
their
been going
fifth
on.
bench
Like,
player. Like once you get
is
past Rico,
Ake? Okay, okay.
Ake's like their second sub. They don't have a
Rico, I
lot.
mean,
They
Rico's
have
starting right now.
exactly. You get what I'm saying? They don't have that many
Yeah.
subs. You guys don't. Once you get past your 11, y'all got 14 players. Y'all got the small like y'all ran a bunch of JV kids out there the other day. Madrid's got a
Yes.
pretty deep squad, but who like what I'm talking about? We go all the way down to Pablo Torre. He's probably our 20th player, and
That's
like
wild. That's wild.
they,
Y'all depth is crazy because y'all can't sell motherfuckers right now.
hey, it's fine, but that's fine. But fucking Andres Christensen is our 19th best player. Eric Garcia
Yeah.
is our 21st best player, um, and did a hell of a job at Girona last year. Um, I'm just saying, like we got like Ferran Torres is our worst. Ferran Torres is our worst striker. Is our worst attacking player right now.
Mr. Red Card himself.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he would be like, let's think about who Arsenal's best attacker is, and then think about who Ferran Torres like. That's all I'm saying. At every level, we're like that.
Yeah, I hear
Inago
it.
Martinez is our fifth center back.
I hear it. Okay. In terms beyond the depth, let's get into some specifics. Lamine Yamal, the most informed player in the world right now.
I don't think you can say that when Big Norway's got 9 goals through 4 games. So I wouldn't go that far. But I mean, he's doing quite well.
I think not far off, is he though?
No, I think that's I think like many factors. I think that's what happens now that he's playing with a better, like Koundé's gotten obviously Carvajal in the Euros, but now Koundé's gotten better as a right back. So I think he's getting a little bit better interplay with like actually having an overlapping right back. So that's been helping. So he's been able to cut inside a little bit more. He hasn't had to go like down the outside as much because there's somebody overlapping. So he's been able to cut inside. And just like I said, he's got him pressing up high. Those patterns of play that they're playing with were like where he's being able to find like Olmo and Pedri at the top of the box in those spaces is good. I mean, the 2 goals he scored yesterday were just like opportunistic goals more so than anything. Ripped that guy from, picked that guy's pocket, pressing, being aggressive. Noticed he bumped a grown ass man up off the ball though. So that was the one thing I noted that goal. And then finished that. Then the second one, he just came out to him and he just put it where it needed to be. So making the most of his opportunities. I like the way he plays. Obviously, like he doesn't. I think the good thing is like the thing that allows him to play at that age is he doesn't allow. Like I mean, I don't. The way they play, like it's hard to beat him up. He's just not in a lot of positions where like there's like just space and stuff for like these crunching tackles on him, and that's just not the way the game's played anyway. So I think there's like a certain level of freedom that he's allowed to play with out there. So and you can't touch him. I mean, you got to get close enough to him, and you can't get the ball off him. So, and when you just surround people like that with the amount of talented players that we already got, you gotta everybody's got to be accounted for. You can't just focus on them. So, hell, you got him against Spanish left backs. Have fun.
Who's the best baseball player you've ever seen?
Who's the best baseball player? Willie Mays, the grandson.
Yeah,
I mean, godson.
His godson.
His godson.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know why he's pretty good? Because the dude doesn't have a weakness. 5'2" baseball player, original. He has 2 Hall of Fame careers, pre-creatine, pre-steroids, and then post. Lamine Yamal, and I think I saw a little bit of it at the Euros, and I didn't know that his tracking back was as good as actually it is in his pressing. What he did on Saturday, yes? No, Sunday. My apologies. Sunday, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. Sunday. His first goal, like like you said, it was opportunistic. But that's something that I just like, it's hard to fathom. Like, okay, he can score by going at somebody on the right. He can go, he's really, really, really exceptional. Probably the best left foot in the game. And that's all due respect to my boy in Arsenal. But probably the best left foot in the game when you cut inside. So it's 2 ways he can score. Now he's pressing, taking the ball off folks, ripping folks, and then going to go score. And then he can cross with his right, and now he's doing through balls with his left. Lamine Yamal is the closest thing, because there's all due respect to Messi, okay? Because Messi wasn't, like he was good at pressing like back then, but even now, like his work rate, like as he's aged, Lamine has that now. Lamine is the closest thing to a 5'2" player in football right now. I think it's fair to say. And I think that's Bonds. I don't think it's a stretch. That's what Young Barry was doing. There's 30-30 club. Lamine probably got a 20-15 in him.
I got to see more out of that right foot.
I hear it. And probably, you know what? We need to see Barry go opposite field maybe a little bit more when he was
I
18,
think,
19,
yeah,
20, 21.
I think
You know what I'm
Lamine will
saying?
score maybe 17 goals this season. He's already got 3
And
in
and
all
12,
comps.
13 assists.
In all comps.
I think he could go 15 assists all comps, potentially.
Okay. Yeah, easy.
He's a 30 GA, and that's pretty good.
But
And he's
hopefully
17.
the plan is, yeah. Hopefully we'll get a little we'll get healthier and be able to like give him some rest from time to time. One of my hopes is that when Ansu comes back, he can play out left. Then they can play Rafinha on the right, and then give Lamine a break.
I hear it. I hear it. Yeah, I'm impressed. I wanted to make sure we got to cover that real quick. The other thing with Barcelona, talk to us about if you don't mind, talk to us like the patterns of play, and is it that Xavi like couldn't get that most out of him, or do you think it's closer to like the first year of Xavi with this?
No, I think it's still Barcelona football. It's still got like I still can
Sure.
see it. It's just like I think, and if you've ever heard Xavi talk about soccer, talk about football, he is so like obsessed with possession that I
Yeah.
think that it undermines the ability to go forward. And so I think that like Flick has just opened up 10% of their brain to just be like, these like if you look up, these passes are just here for you. So I think it's just that. Like I don't think it's like a drastic change. I just think he like got them like they're doing the same exact things they were doing. They're just doing it at a little bit higher rate with like I just think they're more direct. Because it's like it's cool. It's try the pass. If you lose it, that's cool. But there were so many times when like we wouldn't like people would make the run and they wouldn't hit them. And Flick at least has them like trying the passes, making the passes like. And if you lose it, cool, win it back. So I don't think it's like crazy, but like they got that. They got the movement. The off ball movement is like really great. You see that in like Pedri's goal, his off ball movement on the backside, and like even on Almo's goal, Almo making that run. Lewandowski's been playing well. Like he's been pressing as best he can. So I mean, it's been good. I mean, like I said, most important thing that number one thing for me this week is get my boy back in the lineup. I'm interested to see what we're going to do on Thursday. Monaco smoked us in the camper like 3 weeks ago or a month ago. Beat the shit out of us 3-0. So I'm hoping they'll think it's sweet and we get our get back. So interested to see how we bounce back on that.
Long time ago.
Yeah, but we played like most of the guys played that day.
I hear it. Your Champions League draw, thoughts? Just quick thoughts on obviously with Monaco. Like I think overall very good for Barca though. We'll get into the predictions later, but
I don't. I think that the way we play with the energy because we have so much youth. The other thing too is like our team's just young, so we have young guys who just want to run all day. And if you just like, that's the other thing is like, just let them run. Just put younger like just let them run. Rafinha will run all day. Lamine will run all day. Koundé will run all day. Pedri will run all day. Casado will run all day. Like, just let him run. Firmine will run all day. Ball day, all fucking day. I think that's one of the things too. Like we forget Balde got hurt last year. Like in fucking so João Cancelo just wasn't. Remember, João Cancelo just didn't defend last year at all. So like you wonder why things look a little bit better and why things might be a little crisper. It helps when like the whole left side is like shored up.
I hear that.
Now your center back's got a little cover. It helps when we have a defensive midfielder in Casado and either Mark before Bernal got hurt. Hey man,
you're on a good spot. I hear it. Yo, we'll get into the format a little bit, like just real quick. So the top 8 sides in the league, because once again, folks, just so everybody knows, How do the folks get to if we're qualifying for the round of 16? Okay, they added 4 more spots to the league, so there's 36 teams now. So 36 clubs in the group stage, and the top 8 sides in the league will qualify automatically for round of 16, but then the teams finishing 9th through 24th compete in a 2-legged knockout to secure the last 16, which I think is kind of dope. The other aspect of this of like in the knockout phase, like the ones 9 through 16 will be seeded in a knockout phase playoff draw, which is just crazy to like make sure that, and then they will face a team play 17 to 24. The principle, like I kind of like that. They're really protecting those like the top 8, which is kind of dope. Because they're rewarding that like for the league. It's like what Super League was supposed to be, right? Yeah,
this is a Super League.
Yeah, and you and I are teams. You know what it is UEFA was like.
You just
the reason why we didn't like it because
the word.
Yeah,
they don't like the optics of the word Super League. It's like
and it wasn't their idea.
Yeah,
yeah. Hey, what do you want to go out to dinner tonight? I don't know. What do you think? Can't make a decision. It's fine. You know what? Why don't we just try to the new place? It's about 10 minutes away. You saw the reviews. It's getting like 5-star. You don't hear anything. I have a great idea. Remember the reviews we saw when just somebody texted us? Let's go to that new spot. That's about 10 minutes down the road with the new steak, with the new sous chef. Yeah, that's just what I said. This is what the hell they doing, dog. It's basically that shit. Just because it wasn't my idea means I didn't like the shit. Oh, but now that it's my idea, it's the same shit. Now I love it. Yeah, man. That's how it is. FIFA, UEFA, y'all funny folks. Y'all just got mad because the clubs was thinking about that shit and our boys, and that's when our boys was going to take over the world. You know what I mean? Actually, the only time where Madrid and Barcelona have actually been on the same team because they really want to give the middle finger to UEFA. And I've noticed this in the scheduling, by the way. Y'all think y'all slick. The scheduling's been a little nasty, real nasty right now. So all them dudes that work for FIFA, all them check them out. So let's go. Let's get over to the biggest.
One thing I will say now is like because like they've run Champions League into Thursdays. Like I don't give a shit about Europa.
I hear it. Not what I mean. No, you're right. Only for those. In fact, what it is doing is usually them Europa League teams. They don't have strong enough squads to do what they need to do domestically. This is why. I read something the other day. You know that what's the name used to deny the Champions League spot so he could defend the Europa?
Who?
Unai? So, like, you know how you'd win the Europa, right? Yeah. And then you get an automatic spot in the Champions League. This man used to deny. They used to deny the Champions League spot because he said it was important for them to defend the Europa title.
I fuck with it.
He's a wild boy. So, like, this is crazy. He's back with Aston Villa. So, what Aston Villa goes, you know what I mean? It's just new territory. There's money.
Sevilla is the Real Madrid of
Europa.
Europa League.
It's because the man was denying the Champions League spot because he goes, we need to defend our chip.
Man, he must protect his house.
Europa. I see it. That's crazy. Shout out to teams in England. In my opinion, it's the biggest derby in England right now. And it's not because of what is won or what is lost. But I think it's very fair to say the emotions, etc. There's usually, things that happen. Always something that there's always you see a different intensity. People are running harder than they have all season. They care more. The goals mean more. There's usually multiple goals. This is one of the first times that we haven't seen multiple goals in the match. But on Sunday, North London is still red. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Tottenham, White Hart Lane. They have now lost 1, not 2. But 3 in a row to Arsenal at their home, at their new White Hart Lane. Cudi Romero has played in 7 Arsenal North London derbies. He has won 0 of them. forget the match for a minute, all right? Because I saw on Twitter, Arsenal, our United folks were cutting on time. They said you let Arsenal run in your two uncles in the midfield and still lost the match because we run in Thomas Partey and Jorginho in the midfield and Matters. Another discussion for another time
I
regarding
told
Matters.
y'all.
But
I keep trying to tell y'all about him. Y'all don't believe me.
I would say this. I know what you was talking about the other day, and you know what? And then you brought it to light, and it was just interesting. Like, he must have not been that damn good. The team got the team got relegated. I was like, bro, is this what I'm worried about with my boy Braithwaite? He ain't 85 mil if Everton going down. You know what I'm saying? That check got to be a little different. You can't be a part of squads and be going down. This is smart by our boy Onana. He bounced right up out of there before that relegation, and now he's on a proper squad. I don't want you say, hey man, Tottenham could play the rest of this match the next 2 hours and they still couldn't score. It's been almost 36 hours since the match, man, and I still don't think Tottenham was going to score. Let's talk about how it's okay for a team like Barcelona and Madrid to invest in youth and why it's not okay for a team like Tottenham to invest in youth. Because what I saw in the summer, I don't know. There's something you said about United. I see a lot of replacements. I don't see upgrades.
Mm-hmm.
And in this situation with Tottenham, I don't see upgrades and I didn't see upgrades. I didn't see any replacements. I just see youth behind it. That's what I mean. Like if you're Tottenham, like it's early in the season, but it comes down to just philosophy. I don't know what they want to be. Your thoughts?
I mean, what do you want me to say? Just Bergvall. If you're going, what is the point of having these people if you're not going to play them? At the end of the day, it just doesn't it doesn't make sense. It's a waste of fucking money. Who wanted these players? That's what I just don't understand. And at the same time, at that price, we could have gotten people that could have contributed. So that's the main problem is we spent, I forgot how much we spent on Archie Gray, but that was at least 40 million or something. Somebody could have been had for 40 million. Chiesa was out here, remember, for 13. You know what I'm saying? This is the shit that I'm talking about that drives me crazy. It's there are people market opportunities that are hidden, and we're just not even taking these people. Mind you, we bought Solanke, which is fine, but I'm not even sure about him right now.
Yeah, his only second game action on the season because he's been hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Can Ange Ball work in the Prem now that you've seen it?
Yeah.
Or do we not have enough sample size?
Yeah, with much better players.
Yeah, okay.
He needs better players.
That's fair.
He's got bums in midfield.
Yeah. This is why I was like, when I saw Basuma out and I said, oh, because I actually think
Basuma's not good either.
Shits.
Basuma sucks too. Basuma is a red card waiting to happen.
That's true. But at least he cares. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that goes for something, but I do hear you. Van de Ven, I think Udogi's quality. Mickey's quality.
Even the money we spent last year on Dragishin, he don't play.
Yeah, that's wild. Yes. Kulu was in the midfield again. I was like, okay, I guess I get it. Betancourt, Kulu, and Matters was your midfield. All right. Just because we had to make sure Johnson is playing right wing. That's one of the biggest mistakes that he's made. It's not so much about where I think Tottenham goes from here. It's more to I don't understand what the philosophy is if Ange is going to say, this is my style, but it's not good enough. The players aren't good enough, and he's had a couple windows to figure that out. So, um, yeah, let me say this, and then all it takes is just a good run of 5 games and then one competition to go win a trophy. I still think like because Ange at least has that mentality, he can win a trophy, right? But from what you see, can they win a trophy if they don't do anything at the January window? From what you can see,
No,
mm.
no. I don't think they're better than
Okay,
Chelsea.
maybe not now. I would not have said that at the beginning of the season, but or preseason rather. Um, well, Chelsea shit. Well, they got so many players, but I hear that. Tottenham, once again, it's. I think it's because of what is happening this week. For Arsenal, I don't think the focus should be on them. We're gonna find out what Arsenal's made of here very soon. This is a Tottenham thing, and I just was so surprised. Like, there's no Rice, no Odegaard, in my opinion, 2 of our 3 best players on the season last year. I think I was. This was the time to get it done. Is the holiday over for Ange though? Or
Jesus
and I'm not
Christ.
talking just your fantasy league.
Nigga, they are the fucking Tottenham, bro. Stop asking me questions in a circle. Is the honeymoon over? Like, we all see the players,
Yeah,
bro. We see the players. You don't have to keep asking me the same question. It's Kulishevsky.
But here's my thing. You
They
don't.
brought it. You know, the best.
He'll last through the season.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
that shit'll work.
That's
Because
where I'm
we'll,
at
we'll,
because
we'll
to
cook
not.
people. No, we played Brentford this weekend. Like, if we should, we'll win those games.
I hope so. Okay. All right. Tottenham. I think they don't notice. I'll just say that. But it's all right. Games and ops. I have to temper my expectations a little bit because I don't know whether Madrid has an identity outside of just winning tradition. Um, but also I can't evaluate them fully because they are super banged up right now, and we got no center backs because for some reason nobody wanted to listen to Ancelotti over at the club, and everybody was just super focused on Mbappe, which is fine, whatever. But then I like on the flip of the side of the coin, the team hasn't lost in 39 matches. They got Stuttgart coming up this weekend, but I just don't like what I'm seeing on the pitch, right? Uh, from you, I always keep an eye out on Madrid, etc. What have you? What do you think is the biggest glaring weakness right now for us? And is it solvable this year?
I don't think it's solvable. I don't think you have the players. You don't have the players with the right mindset. All the people that you want to put in midfield are just attacking players. You need somebody who's actually focused. Unless Camavinga comes back and he can be like the third midfielder, but you have to take somebody off to make that work. So I don't know how that works in itself.
It helps. Yeah, I knew that. Like, okay, last year I was like, okay, well, yeah, the 6 that we have, they're the best midfield in the world. I truly believe that because of Tony Kroos. But I mean, I think we came to see that proved out to be true.
Oh, that's not true at all. Not even a little bit, but
It proved out to be true.
that's not
We
true.
had 3 trophies and a double.
It doesn't matter, bro. Okay, you never mind.
I, I,
We're talking about best
hey,
players.
hey,
We're talking about who were the best players. Did you win the 3 trophies because you had a good midfield? No.
listen, I hear it. Uh, Valverde has improved. That's a good. Let me just talk about positives. What I'm saying. I think we're seeing a different Fetty. I think it's because he has to because we're having. He has to do a little bit more of the dirty work, but also the creativity that we're just missing without Kroos. Um,
Cooked.
it, if there is one player in the transfer market that you think Madrid should look at that you think maybe to help them come January, what do you think they could get
Nobody.
for that level?
Nobody. They don't.
You know,
They have a fundamental flaw. They have too many attacking players. You have to sacrifice an attacking player. You have to play with two up front. That's it. You don't need another midfielder. You need to play another midfielder. Not buy one. You need to just play the one you have.
All right. All right. I'm
But
interested to see. I think he's just gonna have to rotate the squad because there's too many games, as you know. Like you're gonna
yeah,
have. I mean, not that
just
y'all are
that's what I'm
going through the
saying.
same
Play
thing.
two up top and rotate the two. I mean, Diaz is hurt, so Rodrigo could have plenty of time.
Which that kills me because it was like he was about to get his chance, but he may just be a super sub. That's another thing. Have you noticed that like some dudes are not starters? Like they're just not. They're just way better off the bench.
Ferran Torres is not a starter.
Right, but you know what? In like the games I don't see him start, he comes up with a goal. It's crazy. Like you know, just
30 minutes of hell. He got 39. He's got a 30-minute game out of 7, out of 80-minute game. Yeah, and he's trying to make Guler a 10, and Guler's not a 10.
Yeah, he really is focusing on that. I don't see that. I like him better at an 8.
He can't actually defend. He doesn't actually want to defend though. Like, cool, you can be the 10, but like at a certain point, the maths just don't math. You guys are carrying 2 people already. You're already built in. You're carrying 2. Yeah. Everybody else from that down has to defend. It's not even optional. So that's what I'm saying. So like when the moment Rodrigo's on the pitch and he decides he want to be carried, now you're carrying 3. You're fucked.
That's part of the problem. We don't see that. I think against good teams. I think you said in the beginning of the year, it kind of helps that La Liga is a little watered down right now.
Yeah.
In terms of the mid to the bottom, but we're gonna find out here very soon.
Like you can't.
They better not mess around.
I just don't understand how like, and I'm not even trying to be funny. But if two of them aren't going to defend, how are you like when Barca's playing with like just the energy? I'm not talking about like the player, but they're just playing with that energy. How can you match the energy when 2 guys don't want to run?
I'm concerned. I told you, I'm concerned. I wanted to hear you we've texted about it. This team's not capable of, like, it makes sense of like, all right, they knew they had to carry Ronaldo and Benz. But bro, I am worried if they got to carry 3 just because of where Rodrigo is also young. So that's got to change for sure. We'll get to Madrid. They're not one of, in my opinion, they're playing Stuttgart. They should be able to handle business, but trust me, those games are going to be up and coming. Like when they play an orange slot team, like we'll figure that out. Because there's no hiding on Champions League. I will say that there's not as much hiding because you're not playing like with the groups. All right, I know I can get 6 points over here playing Red Star Belgrade. Nah, that ain't it, bro. That ain't it because you got to take advantage of because they've added more matches.
But even just they're like Belgrade's better than Las Palmas. So like that's what I'm saying is like them games where they get away with that shit. Like, the motherfuckers actually punish you. Yep. That's what I'm saying. I just think carrying 2 people is just the math don't math. It don't matter how good they are. The other like those 2 guys are. I just don't see how you defend with 2 people that aren't running.
I'm concerned, and I think it's all right. Let's keep an eye out. We'll also shout out just very quickly, quick touch, our boy Luis Enrique. Granted, it's French league, but once again, I'm like they doing all right. Charles, we root for everything black. Vincent Kompany.
Oh man, I knew that.
He came with a hat trick. Musiala's out here working.
No, they're fine.
Bayern gonna be all right, ain't they?
Yeah, you should have. When he was cussing out them Burnley players, you see how intense he is. That's what they needed. That is what they needed. Like, yeah, like they're fine. They should have won last year. Like the shit that they were doing last year was just dumbass mistakes, and like he just doesn't like he ain't about to let that even ride. Like he's perfect for that job. He only asks he ain't letting up.
Over under 1.5 trophies for Bayern.
Seeing as they already lost, they weren't even in the Super Cup.
Right.
So they only have an opportunity to get the league. So that's one under because I'm not going to say they're going to win the Pokal.
Or the champs.
The Champions League is only coming from 2 places.
Space. Let's say it's a country and then one team in England.
Yep.
Fair
That's
enough. All
it.
right,
That's
at
it.
least we can agree on that. Yeah. We're two cities. Fair enough. Uh, let's keep rooting for Vincent Company. We want them to do well. Keep the racist stuff out of there. Let's get into the best 5 games of the week. City enter. A little sneaky. But it's Pep. Let me ask you this. What's Pep going to do? Roll out all the Ferraris in this match? And what is a 03 Champions League rematch? Or he going to save them all for Sunday to be like, oh, y'all own us about the 115 charges. Let me show you what we going to do to these second place boys.
I think this week I think the first game is a tune-up. So Foden didn't play at the weekend, did he? I don't think he did he?
No,
That's
he didn't.
So I think he'll get. I think he'll play. I think he'll play Wednesday, so he can play on Sunday. Or whatever.
Rodri's back. He came off the bench.
I think they're all going to play, get their 90 in, so they're good and ready to play their 90. So,
I see you. Okay.
City entered. For him to sit down.
He's crazy right now.
There's no point in saying
that's crazy. They gonna rest him up like the EPL, like you said. They can still win Carabao Cup matches with a false.
Well, I think too. I think the strategy for some of these teams in the Champions League is going to be if we can just mob them in the first 5 games, we can chill it on the back end.
I think there's only 2 teams in the world right now who can have that mentality, and that's your boys.
I'm just saying, you get the right draw, you win your first 5. Shit, you got.
Here. Oh, we messed, bro. I saw my boys got Atalanta, the Europa League champions, and then we got PSG back to oh man, and that's after City, which is crazy. City enter.
Where's it at?
Etihad.
Oh, boys getting got 3-1.
Mm-hmm. Kid you not. If I could share my screen, I have 3-1 written down as well. Let's actually save that one for last. Milan, Liverpool. Liverpool off of a shaky performance against Nottingham Forest. You seen the boys dancing to the Afro beats in the locker room? Young Hudson and Doy up there, they was getting it.
2-2.
Okay. It's at San Siro, so okay.
Is Pulley healthy?
2-2. I like that. Yeah, he
gonna score. Pulley gonna score.
I like that. A little shout out to CB10. Shout outs for you, Carter. I'm clipping that. We're gonna get that on record. There we are. I like that.
Shout out young Leon.
Heard it. Let's give Arnie Slot let's see another month before we have a discussion with him.
Yeah.
I want to see more. Atletico Leipzig. Very different teams for sure. One just want to outscore you, one want to defend, and then figure it out. Alvarez got off the mark in extra time. Conor Gallagher on the score sheet this past weekend.
It's not your mom's Atletico.
No, they are in trouble.
They go forward a little bit. Where's this game at?
It's a little bit. The Metropolitan, yep.
First off, they paid $90 million. They better go forward a little bit, just a little bit more. And they spent 100 something. Spent 100 something because they bought what's it called too, Sorloth.
Yeah,
so they better go forward. And it's in Spain. I'm gonna go 2-1.
I like that. Okay. I had it 2-0, which is crazy that I think they can hold them to a clean sheet. But if anybody can, it's that man, Simeone, which will be good.
Sesko gonna score.
And I heard it. Atalanta Arsenal.
Where's this at?
In Italy. It's in Italy. It's on a Thursday. And I would just put this out there. There's some of the nasty ass work I see going on. Arsenal's then at the Etihad on Sunday.
3-2 Atlanta.
I'd love a 2-2 draw. I'm going to pick Atalanta 2-1.
Even further hot take. This is the game that leads to y'all buying Lookman in the winter window.
Say less. Heard it. He's nice, by the way. The scouts will be on his every move. They're gonna be trying to get that man's heart rate. Go sneak in at one of those whoops or the Apple watches. The man right there. We gotta figure that out. And the last one, by the way, great five. Good God, I kind of love the new Champions League format. This is a damn good 5 games. This is all must watch TV, and they're all on different. I think like it goes 2-1 on different games or different days. So this is excellent. Monaco hosting Barcelona.
Mm.
It's gonna be jumping in France, boy.
4-2.
I need a team.
Good guys.
Okay, you're not
It's
gonna pick
4-2.
it. Okay.
We're cutting them. We're cutting them to
Okay,
pieces. Cutting them to pieces.
A lot of goals. Good God, that'll be a fun ass game if we can do that. If Flick cool with that though. Yeah,
We had our chances in that game, even though we didn't play well. But I think we're gonna be fine. They're just as athletic as us, though.
I'll go 3-1 Barcelona because of the get back.
See, we're just talking one extra goal.
3-1.
We're just talking one extra goal.
Yeah. Both sides though.
Yeah.
I just don't see. I mean, somebody scored 2 on y'all. You gotta be in great form to do that.
Yeah.
Just you know what I mean?
I just think,
get
like I
2
said,
goals on them.
I think they'll get one early. It's gonna force us to come up out of and I'm interested to see the lineup, like I said. Maybe Farron, maybe Pau Victor, maybe Ansu.
Hey yo. I like Ansu. Ansu starting on the weekend though. We will be there. We will be there for the return of the king.
We will be.
We will be there. It will be some Simba running back to Pride Rock. We will be there.
We lit.
It is time. As Rafiki said, it is time. Come on, Ansu. Ain't nobody give you the 10 for nothing. Come on, bro. We need that. We need that.
Nothing will make me happier.
We need that. The pie will be crazy. The text messages will be flowing. The champagne of tears of joy. We need this. You attend for a reason. Come on now, bro. I don't want you going to Marseille and messing around with the Zerbi and the Champions League going against Barcelona next year. Flick wants to keep you, dog. Come on, bro. We need this. We will be there.
As long as he stays healthy, I think he's gonna score goals.
Ansu and Greenwood would be a nice lookout, though.
Don't do that.
Good God Almighty.
Don't do that. They got Rabiot. They got no
on a free. Rabiot only there for the French. Let me chill. Last thing. Let's get to the last thoughts. Wild. I'm not going to what's it called? Saudi to get the extra money. That's crazy. Oh. I got you. I'll go second on lasting thoughts, but why don't you go first? I got something for you.
Oh man, I meant to text you the other day when I had this thought, and I cannot remember it now. What I really wanted to do in my lasting thought, it was something stupid, something so stupid.
I would have kept it for sure.
But it was something that was bothering me when I was watching these games. Lasting thought. I mean, the GOAT's back. 2 goals and an assist. MLS is trash. It's just trash. MLS
in 3 minutes.
Do better. Ricky Pooch is tearing you guys to bits. Do better, MLS. Just do better. That's all I got.
You imagine a number 1 sales guy in somebody's company saying, "Nah, I'm good. We're done with. I don't need to be here for the beginning of the." The new quarter. I'll just take the first 6 to 8 weeks off. I'm good. And then coming back and in 2 days having more gross sales than anybody else in the company. That's the equivalent of what the fuck Messi did. 2 goals in 3 minutes, and this man ain't played. He ain't kicked the ball since his ankle got fat. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on now. I got my lasting thought was I just had to make sure I showed this to you, man. This is very impressive stuff. There is a Saudi team, okay? All right, that has a front five, okay, that includes N'Golo Kante, Kareem Benzema, Diaby, and then I'm seeing, and I just saw the tweet that said Galatasaray and Fenerbahce heritage can't live because Saudi's out here stealing all the good players that should be playing for us. And I couldn't agree with that fact more. Like, can you imagine like Jose having a chance to have them dudes? But Diaby, N'Golo Kante, and Benzema all in the same. And Asim Awar used to be who was like actually one of like the few tens over the last like 4 or 5 years that people thought, man, that's just crazy. Saudi League, I'm not with Ronaldo saying it's caught up to League One or whatever. League One, I don't know. But man, it's crazy, man. It's the way of life for folk. So definitely not gonna hate on it.
They got 3 good teams. That team, Ronaldo's team, and then obviously Neymar's team is the best team.
Yeah, easily. So that's cool. That's just one more better, or the same equivalent of La Liga right now. We got 3 good teams, basically. So we'll see. Hopefully that shit changed, but we'll check it out. Charles, always a pleasure, brother. Make sure you click the like, click the subscribe button. Make sure you are sharing videos. And once again, we're doing live shows. That's for folks to be able to comment. We'll make sure that it's shared out. Your weekly football show, Kicking It With the Brothers, on tap the rest of the week as we get into the closing of the WNBA season. Congratulations to Asia Wilson. 1,008 points in the season. Great stuff right there. We got that on Tuesday for you. Wednesday, the college football show. Biggest game. UT, Charles. Just want you to keep an eye out for your state brethren. Both.
Trash.
Tennessee. I want you to look at this quarterback this week.
I know who he was when he was. I'm like, oh, that's the kid that ended up going. I remember his high school tape. Yeah. Who is it Florida Week?
Nah, Oklahoma.
Oh, Tennessee. The thing that you got to understand about Tennessee, they're going to disappoint you when you expect them to step up. My whole time as a Tennessean, I've seen them step up to the occasion maybe twice. Peerless Price was one of them. That was a long ass time.
Oh man, 37 on the outside. Mm-hmm.
He was cooking. So
him and T. Martin, boy.
Jamal Lewis. It's been a long time since Tennessee came through. So I definitely don't know. Maybe if the game was in Knoxville, maybe they'd have a chance. But they're not beating Oklahoma at Norman. Josh
Heupel going back where he won his Heisman. He's gained a few more pounds. Yeah, you need to be on that Brian Dable and get on that Malargo, get that shot. I'd like him to.
I don't know how you went to Knoxville and got fat. Ain't no real good food up
there. We'll leave that there. That's what's up. We may be back on for a surprise pod because apparently we have to see if our brother's awake. We'll have to call and see if our New York brother's awake. We'll see. But apparently Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested. He said, "You get us to be with that little boy with the."
What? Not the feds.
The D. Yeah, it's Diddy. Hold up, it's Diddy. All right, y'all. We out.